Bật chế độ chơi game.
Well, Blind Quest, a game by Massimo De Pasquale, directed by Ivan Venturi, game design and programming by Massimo De Pasquale, sound design and SFX by Mariana Morgia, level editing by Simone Hu, music by Max De Freya, script by Pier Francesco Cantelli, test by Kyle Morena, voice by David McCallion, administrative direction by Mirko Venturi. Special thanks to Stefano Enea Cabra and Tiziano Ferraro, an audio game made and produced by Audio Games Association. Swipe left to continue a previous game. Swipe right to start a new game. Tap to listen to the credits. Welcome to Blind Quest, Wayfarer. Are you ready to hear the story of Nathan the Mercenary? Well, get ready then. It's such an exciting adventure, you'll feel like you're experiencing it firsthand. Remember, I'll need your help to reach the end of the story. Stay alive, if possible. Swipe right and left to explore the environment, forward and backwards. Use double tap to examine the interactive elements. Touch with 5 fingers to open the pause menu. During battle, tap 2 times to attack. Swipe left, right, or down to dodge. Swipe up to drink a healing potion, and tap once to hear Nathan's health amount. Great! Now that all that is clear, we can go. Our story begins in Nathan's room. The mercenary has just woke up, and his day is not going to be so good. You have reached Nathan's room. Swipe left, or swipe right. To move, you opened the menu page. Nathan reached level 1. Press double tap to open the inventory page. Swipe up to go back to the map. Touch with 5 fingers to go back to the menu page. You opened the inventory page. No items in your inventory. Swipe up to go back to the menu page. Nothing. You opened the menu page. You're back in the map. Door. It's not yet time to go out. Nathan needs his bag. The inn denies credit even to its usual customers. It's not yet. Wall. On the wall there are some coats of arms and old weapons. Nathan is a mercenary, and he has collected a lot of odds and ends from the battles he has fought. On the wall, window. The sunlight lights up the room through the window. The sunlight lights casket. Nathan opens the casket. He gets a healing potion. The casket is empty. Desk. On the desk is his bag. Nathan checks the money inside. Only 1 silver coin. It is enough for today, but tomorrow he will starve. It is probably time to have a look at the city bulletin board to find a new job. On the desk is door. Nathan leaves the inn where he is staying. He must go to the central square, where he can find the bulletin board with available jobs. You have reached City of Flos, northwest. Flower. The fields are full of crimson flowers. Flos owes its name to these fragrant plants. The fields are commoner woman. The girl stares with a grim look at Nathan. Mercenaries have a terrible reputation. The girl's eastern exit, southern exit, Nathan's room. Nathan's room is fairly basic. Mercenaries are not used to luxury. You have reached Nathan's desk, door. You have reached City of Flos, northwest. Swipe flower, Nathan's southern eastern exit. Nathan crosses the small city. There are not many people around. You have reached City of Flos, northeast. Saving point. You saved the game. Signpost. The signpost indicates that the Versia Plain is to the east. The signpost. Water well. It is the major water source for all Flos inhabitants. It is the eastern exit. Nathan ventures out of the city walls only if needed for a job. And there is no job at the moment. Nathan ventures western exit. Saving point. You say western. You have reached flower. The fields are full. Commoner woman. The girl stare. Eastern exit. Southern. Nathan's southern exit. Nathan arrives in the city market, which is full of life in the middle of the day. But now it is quiet. You have reached the city of Flos, southwest. Shop. Now it is closed. It is too early. Now it is busboy. A young busboy asks Nathan if he's a mercenary. Swipe left to say yes. Swipe right to say no. The busboy doesn't believe Nathan. Only mercenaries are heavily armed. A young busboy swipe left with a disgusted glance. The busboy says mercenaries are monsters who kill for money. The busboy says that he doesn't talk to mercenaries. The busboy says, casket. Nathan opens the casket. He gets a healing potion. The casket is empty. Eastern exit. Northern exit. Shop. Northern. Eastern. The city square is near a large fountain. In the middle of the unpaved yard is the bulletin board where jobs are displayed. You have reached City of Flos, southeast. Laundress. The laundress tells Nathan that a royal herald has just put up a new job announcement. He seemed very agitated. The laundress tells water. There is a beautiful fountain. The flowers are able to grow thanks to the purity of the water. There is a beautiful bulletin board. On the city bulletin board, there is an announcement written by the princess herself. It says that the royal city is infested by ghosts. Because of this, she has taken refuge in the stronghold of Rodham. She is waiting for someone who is able to defeat the ghosts. The reward is 1,000 gold coins. With that money, Nathan could survive for an entire year, or live the high life for 6 months. Swipe left to say yes. Nathan needs money, but he does not like dealing with the dead. He is going to wait for something less scary and easier. On the city bulletin, swipe left. A risky mission, but with a good reward. Nathan begins to walk. The stronghold is far from the city. There isn't really much more on the bulletin board. Better to get to the princess. There isn't casket. Nathan opens the casket. He gets a healing potion. The casket is empty. Western egg laundress. Western. You have reached shop. City. Now it is closed. Busboy. The busboy says casket. The eastern exit. Northern exit. You have reached flower. City. The fields are full. Commoner woman. The girl stare. Eastern exit. You have reached saving city. You saved signpost. The signpost in waterway. It is the major eastern exit. Western exit. Saving point. You say western. Eastern. Nathan arrives in the plain of Versha, which is a quiet and lush land. You have reached Plain of Versia, west. Waterfall. The roar of the waterfall reminds Nathan of his training. Meditating with this sound in his ears allowed him to tone his body and mind. The roar of dark cave. A terrible howl comes from the cave. Let's back off. A terrible gravestone. A lonely tombstone on a small hill to remember the ones who died in the war. Lonely bandit. The battle begins. 100% in great shape. Blow in the middle. Blow in the middle. 100% victory! Nathan gains experience points. Nathan gets a healing potion. Double tap. Waterfall. The roar of dark. A terrible gravestone. Lone tree trunk. A tree trunk. In the past, Nathan tried to be a lumberjack, but it was not his path. A tree trunk. Eastern exit. Western exit. Waterfall. Western. Eastern. Nathan arrives in an abandoned carpentry shop. The place is unused and has been taken over by nature. You have reached Plain of Versia, center. Wolf. The battle begins. Nathan more gets than 75% blood. Nathan gets more than 75% blood on the left. Nathan more gets than 75% blood on the right. He isn't worried. Victory! Nathan gains experience points. Nathan gets a healing potion. Double tap to cut trees. With the wood from these trees, people built battering rams, catapults, and other war machines. But after with the wood from these trees, people built battering rams, catapults, and other war machines. But after peace arrived, no one planted new trees. Eastern exit, western exit, crumbling wall, western crumbling wall. A large crack cuts through the wall like a scar. It looks like everything could collapse at any second. Western, eastern exit. Nathan continues along the way leading to the stronghold. He asks himself if bandits might be hiding in the vegetation. You have reached Plain of Versia, east. Tree. An old solitary tree, where travelers can relax in the shadow of its leaves. An old wolf. The battle begins. Victory! Nathan gains experience points. Nathan gets a healing potion. Double tap to continue. Tree. An old solitary gamekeeper. The gamekeeper tells Nathan that recently wolves have become more aggressive. Often they attack peasants. He believes that this is due to a specific and particularly violent wolf. He asks Nathan to kill it. Obviously, he will be well rewarded for this job. The gamekeeper tells Nathan, Lake. The Flows country is extremely vital, thanks to the numerous rivers which quench the thirst of the whole plain. The Flows country, bandit. The battle. Victory! Nathan gains experience points. Double tap to tree. An old solid gamekeeper. The gamekeeper tells Nathan. The gamekeeper. Lake. The Flows country. Commoner woman. The commoner woman western exit. Commoner woman. The commoner woman complains that it is dangerous to get out of Flows. Luckily, there are gamekeepers. The commoner woman. Western commoner woman. Western exit. Eastern exit. Tree. Eastern, western. You have reached crumbling western, eastern, western. You have reached plain of eastern exit. Tree trunk. The battle begins. A tree trunk. In the past, Nathan gains a tree trunk. Waterfall, dark cave. Nathan approaches the cave. It is dark everywhere. Two yellow eyes. With a huge leap, the wolf attacks. The battle begins. Victory! Nathan gains experience points. Nathan gets a healing potion. Double tap. Now the cave is silent. Gravestone. Dark waterfall. The roar. Western exit. Eastern exit. You have reached crumbling wall. Western exit. Eastern exit. You have reached tree. Plain. An old solitary wolf. The battle begins. Victory! Nathan gains tree. Gamekeeper. Double tap. The gamekeeper is relieved. Now the wolf attacks should decrease. Nathan gains a healing potion. The gamekeeper thanks Nathan again. Now there is only the issue of bandits. The gamekeeper Lake. The Flows Country. Bandit. Battle. Victory! Nathan gains tree. Gamekeeper. Double tap. Commoner woman. Western exit. Commoner woman. The commoner woman complains that western, eastern tree. Eastern exit. Nathan begins to see the stronghold of Rodham. He has almost reached his destination. You have reached Plain of Versia, far east. Saving point. You saved the game. Signpost of the bridge. The signpost indicates that beyond the bridge, towards the south, is the stronghold of Rodham. The signpost indicates collapsed bridge. The bridge that leads to the stronghold of Rodham is collapsed. Maybe it was destroyed by bandits to avoid reprisals. The bridge that leads to the pickpocket. The thief complains of foot pain. He tried to break down the rickety wall, but his scrawny legs had no effect. Nathan asks himself if he would be able to break it down. The thief complains. Western exit. Saving point. You saved Western. You have reached Eastern Plain. Western exit. You crumbling wall. Plain of Versia. Nathan kicks the wall. Reinforced steel boots break through the rough bricks with ease. The passage is open. Western exit. Eastern exit. West. Eastern. You have reached tree. Plain of Versia. An old solitary. Eastern. Western exit. You have reached crumbling wall. Plain of Versia. The collapsed wall takes Nathan to a new area. The sound of a waterfall welcomes the mercenary to a small hollow. You have reached Plain of Versia, south. Carpenter, an old man. He tells Nathan that he's come here to find wood to build toys. At the moment, he needs flexible wood. He asks Nathan if he's noticed an elm somewhere around. An old man. Signpost. The signpost indicates that the stronghold of Rodham is to the south. The signpost in bandit. The battle. Victory! Nathan gains experience points. Nathan increases his experience level. Nathan gets a healing potion. Double tap. You opened the menu page. Nathan reached level 2. Press double tap. You opened the inventory page. You selected 10. Healing potion. The glass ampoule contains a red liquid. Swipe up to go back to the menu. Nothing. Nothing. You open your back. Carpenter. An old man. Signpost. The signpost. Gamekeeper. The gamekeeper tells Nathan that after the war, many mercenaries lost their jobs and became bandits to survive. The gamekeeper tells Lake. The Flows country is extremely vital, thanks to the numerous rivers which quench the thirst of the whole plain. The Flows country is northern exit, southern exit, Carpenter, southern, northern exit. You have reached plain crumbling wall, western exit, eastern exit. You have reached plain of the tree. Examining the tree with further attention, Nathan understands that it is an elm. He should notify the old carpenter. Examining the tree. Eastern exit. Western exit. You have reached crumbling wall. Plain of Versia. Center. You have reached Carpenter. Plain of Versia. Nathan says to the old man that he saw an elm. The carpenter is delighted. Now he will be able to build toys like small catapults. Children. The carpenter is pulling off pieces of solid wood to create the toys. In peacetime, even weapons become toys. The carpenter is signpost. The signpost indicates that bandit. Victory! Nathan gains experience points. Double tap to carpenter. The carpenter is pulling off signpost. The signpost. Gamekeeper. The gamekeeper. Lake. The Flows country. Northern exit. Southern carpenter. Southern northern exit. You have crumbling west plain of Versia. Eastern exit. Tree. Plain of Versia. An old solitary elm. An old solitary elm. Travelers can rest in the shade of its leaves. Eastern, western exit. You have reached crumbling wall. You have reached plain of southern exit. Nathan arrives at the stronghold. Passing over the walls, he finds himself in front of an army barracks and a well. You have reached stronghold of Rodham, north. Swipe saving point. You saved the game. Water well. A well. It provides the water for the fortress, and is also to put out fires. Laundress. The laundress says that after the war, the fortress was practically deserted. It's quite strange to see it now, swarming with soldiers. The laundress. Soldier. A soldier welcomes Nathan. He asks him if he is here to help the princess. Swipe left to say yes. The soldier asks Nathan not to disturb them. A soldier swipe left. The soldier tells Nathan that Princess Helen is waiting for him in the throne room, right up here. The soldier greets Nathan. The soldier northern exit, southern exit, Saving point. You save southern exit. Numerous soldiers march through the streets of the stronghold. The situation in the royal city seems to be serious. You have reached stronghold of Rodham, south, Casket. Nathan understands that a robbery in a stronghold full of soldiers is not a good idea. Nathan understands Grinid, the Iron Colossus. The big soldier called Grinid stands in front of Nathan, challenging him. He tells him that if Nathan can win the duel, he will allow him to open the casket. Swipe left to say yes. Swipe. Grinid is disappointed. Nathan doesn't look like a coward. The big soldier. Swipe left. Grinid unsheathes his sword. He cries that he already feels the adrenaline rushing through his veins. On guard! The battle begins. 100% left. He's in great shape. Blow on the right. Blow in the middle. Nathan gets hit. Blow on the left. Blow on the right. More than 75. Blow in the middle. Nathan gets hit. He isn't worried. Blow on the left. Blow in the middle. Nathan gets hit. More than 75%. More than 75. Victory! Nathan gains experience points. Double tap to continue. Grinid smiles with satisfaction. It's been a while since he fought so hard. Now Nathan is allowed to open the casket. Casket. Nathan opens the casket. He gets some healing potions. The casket is empty. Grinid. Grinid asks Nathan if he'd like to fight again. Nathan kindly declines. Grinid asks... Signpost. The signpost indicates the plain of Versha to the north, the swamp of Melfris to the south. The throne room is to the east. The signpost... Northern exit. Eastern exit. Southern exit. A guard is blocking the way. He warns that only those given permission by the princess will be allowed. Eastern exit. The throne room in the stronghold is an austere place. The stone walls have no banners or other decorations. You have reached stronghold of Rodham, throne room, swipe brazier. Even if it is daytime, the braziers enlighten the room. Even if it is guard, the guard is perfectly still, ready to protect the princess in case of attack. The guard is Helen. Princess Helen is a young woman. Seeing Nathan, she tells him that she has been waiting for him. She asks him if he is sure he wants to undertake this mission. Even her loyal guards haven't the courage to face the phantoms. Swipe left to say yes. The princess stares angrily at Nathan and threatens him. If he is here to waste her time, she will command the guards to take him to the underground jail. Princess Helen. Swipe. The princess smiles. Finally, a man brave enough to help her to free the castle. Nathan is complaining. The letter did not tell him that he had to accompany a young girl to her certain death. The prince... Helen warns Nathan that they have to go south in the desert, beyond the swamp. There... Helen warns Nathan that they have to go south in the desert, beyond the swamp. There they will find the scholars of magic, who will be able to generate the spell for his sword. Now Nathan is allowed to go out of the fortress. Throne. A simple wooden throne, used in wartime. It has... A simple wooden throne, used in wartime. It has no frills. Western exit. Brazier. Western exit. You have reached guard. Stronghold of... The guard wishes Nathan a good trip. Casket. The casket is... Grinid. Grinid asks Nathan... Signpost. The signpost is... Northern exit. Eastern exit. Southern exit. Guard. The guard wishes Nathan a good trip. Southern exit. Nathan smells a strong stench of putrid water when he reaches the entrance of the swamp. You have reached Swamp of Melfris. Far east. Swipe soldier. The soldier had to bring a message to Sarteris, but he got lost in the swamp. The soldier had to bring a pond, a small pool of stagnant water. A small pool. Saving point. You saved the game. Big crystal mushroom. A strange mushroom. Small crystals are on its cap. A strange... Northern exit. Big saving point. You saved big northern exit. Western exit. Southern exit. Soldier. Southern. Western exit. Going west makes no sense. The desert is to the south. Southern exit. You have reached Swamp of Melfris. The soldier has been going in circles for hours now. Something is wrong. The soldier has been going... Pond. The pond. Nathan is sure that he has already seen this place. Maybe it is better to try a different route. The pond. Big crystal mushroom. A strange mushroom. Small crystals are on its cap. A strange... Northern exit. Western exit. Southern exit. Soldier. Southern... Western exit. The river blocks Nathan's way. But luckily there is a bridge built by the reptile men, which allows him to cross it. You have reached Swamp of Melfris, east. Saving point. You saved the game. Giant toad. The battle begins. Low on the right. 100% life low in the middle. Nathan in great shape. Nathan uses a healing potion. 100% life points. Low in the middle. 100% life points. Low on the right. He's in great shape. 100% life points. Low on the right. He's in great shape. Low on the left. Victory! Nathan gains experience points. Nathan gets a healing potion. Double tap to saving point. You saved Reptile Man. The battle begins. Blow in the middle. Nathan gets hit. Nathan gets hit. Blow in the middle. Nathan gets hit. More than 75% life. More than 75. Nathan gets hit. More than 75. More. Blow on the right. Nathan gets hit. Blow on the left. Blow in the middle. Nathan gets hit. Victory! Nathan gains experience points. Nathan gets a healing potion. Double tap. Saving point. You save big crystal mushroom. A strange mushroom. Small crystals are on its cap. A strange tree. In this swamp, even the trees seem dank. In this swamp, guard. Helen's personal guard. Helen. Nathan tells Helen that they are lost. Perhaps if they explore the area, they'll find a solution. Helen asks Nathan to search for a beautiful flower which grows only in this swamp. Nathan answers that he has no time for the wishes of a spoiled child. Nathan tells Helen that they are lost. Perhaps if they explore the Nathan tells encampment. Helen has prepared a tent for the campfire. The princess can't sleep rough. Helen has prepared western exit, eastern exit, saving point. You say eastern. Nathan still has to give the flower to Helen. Western exit. Nathan finds himself in a drier area. A patch of trees create darkness which permeates the area with a sense of danger. You have reached Swamp of Melfris, Center. Supervisor. The scholar seems to be lost. He tells Nathan that local toads use magic to confuse travelers, then eat them. Nathan answers that they are lost too. The old man. The scholar seems to be lost. He tells Nathan that local toads use magic to confuse travelers, then eat them. Nathan answers that they are lost too. The old man reveals that such a powerful spell may originate only from an elderly toad. The spell will disappear only with the death of that toad. Giant toad. The battle begins. Victory! Nathan gains experience points. Nathan gets a healing potion. Double tap. Supervisor. The scholar seems to be lost. Trees. Within the canopy of trees, Nathan perceives a presence. But he prefers... Within the canopy of trees, Nathan perceives a presence. But he prefers to avoid facing beasts. Giant toad. The battle begins. Victory! Nathan gains experience points. Nathan gets a healing potion. Double tap. Supervise. The scholar sees trees within the canopy of northern exit. Eastern exit. Supervisor. Eastern northern exit. The road continues immersed in humidity. Wailing and tribal screams follow Nathan while he walks. You have reached Swamp of Melfris, North. Saving point. You saved the game. Gamekeeper. The gamekeeper is looking for a very dangerous reptile man who wants to organize an attack on the fortress of Rodham. He asks Nathan to eliminate him if he finds him. The gamekeeper is looking for a Liana's fence. A fence built with branches and vines. The reptile men seem to be very territorial. A fence built with reptile man. The battle begins. Nathan gets victory! Nathan gains experience points. Nathan gets a healing potion. Double tap. Saving point. You save gamekeeper. The gamekeeper is looking for Liana's fence. A fence. River. Nathan wonders about the terrible creatures that could hide in these waters. Nathan wonders. Northern exit. Southern exit. Saving point. Saving. You say southern. Northern. The path stops on a small hill. The wailing is even louder. You have reached Swamp of Melfris, far north. Tree. Someone scratched a rune on a tree. Someone scratched... River. Nathan wonders about the terrible creatures that could hide in these waters. Nathan Blue flower. The flower Helen mentioned. Nathan does not want to please her, but now he has found it. He tries to pick the flower, but a giant toad appears from the mud, covered by flowers and vines, attacking him. The blue flower is on its head. The battle begins. Nathan gets hit. Hello. Nathan gets victory. Nathan gains experience points. Nathan gets a healing potion. Double tap. Southern exit. Blue flower.
Facebook có thông báo mới. Facebook Lily đã nêu bật một bình luận để bạn xem thử.
Where the king of the swamp was, now there are only flowers. Nathan picks the blue one. Where the king of the swamp was, now there are only flowers. Southern blue flower. Where the king of the swamp. Southern exit. Tree. Someone scratched a southern exit. You have reached saving point. Swamp. You say gamekeeper. The gamekeeper is looking for a Liana's fence. A fence built with reptile man. The battle begins. Victory! Nathan saving. You saved. You saved. Game. The gamekeeper. Liana's a fence built. River. Nathan wonders. Northern exit. Southern exit. Saving point. You saved southern exit. Supervisor. Swamp. The scholar seems to be giant toad. The battle begins. Victory! Nathan. Supervise. The scholar. Nathan get trees. Double tap to continue. The battle begins. Blow on the left. Nathan gets hit. Nathan gets more hit. Than 75. Nathan gets hit. He is more than Nathan gets hit. Blow on the right. Nathan gets hit. Nathan gets hit. 75% life points. Blow on the right. Blow in the middle. Nathan gets hit. Blow in the middle. Nathan gets hit. Blow on the left. Nathan uses a healing potion. He's again in good shape. Blow in the middle. Nathan gets hit. More than 75%. Nathan gets hit. He isn't worried about it. Nathan gets hit. Victory! Nathan gains experience points. Nathan gets a healing potion. Double tap. The trees look unhealthy. The trees look unhealthy. Giant toad. The battle begins. Victory! Nathan gains experience points. Nathan increases his experience level. Double tap. You opened the menu page. Nathan reached level 3. Press double tap. You opened the inventory page. You selected 16. Healing potion. A rare and beautiful healing potion. The glass ampoule. Swipe up to go healing. The glass ampoule. The blue flower. A rare and beautiful flower. Its petals are a strong blue color. Nothing. Nothing. You opened the menu. You're back. Supervisor. The scholar sees trees. The trees look. Northern exit. You have reached saving point. Swamp. You say gamekeeper. The gamekeeper thanks Nathan. Now reptile men will fight against each other to elect a new chief. And they won't be planning assaults on the fortress for a while. The gamekeeper is trying to find the way back to the fortress. It seems he got lost too. The gamekeeper is trying to... Saving point. Southern exit. Saving. You saved the game. Southern exit. You have supervised. Swamp of Melfris. The battle begins. Victory! Nathan gains. Supervisor. The scholar seems to... Trees. The trees look unhealthy. Eastern. Northern exit. Eastern... You have reached saving Swamp of You saved a giant toad. The battle begins. Blow in the middle. 100 blow in the middle. Nathan gets hit. He's in more than 7. Blow in the middle. Nathan gets hit. Blow on the right. Blow in the middle. Nathan gets victory. Nathan saving point. Use Nathan Reptile Man. The double tap to continue. Blow on the left. Nathan gets more than hit. 75% on the life point. He isn't worried. Nathan gets hit. Blow on the right. Blow on the left. Blow on the left. Blow in the middle. Nathan gets hit. Victory! Nathan gains experience points. Double tap to saving point. You saved it. Use big. A strange mush tree. In this swamp, guard. Helen's person. Helen. Nathan brings the flower to Helen. She thanks him with tears in her eyes. Her mother always wore a pin depicting that flower. She always... Helen is staring at the blue flower. Nathan decides not to disturb her. Helen is encampment. Helen has prepared western exit, eastern exit, saving point. You save eastern, west, eastern. You have reached swamp of southern exit. As time goes on, the moist air gives way to a drier climate. The sun reflects off the sand, blinding Nathan. You have reached Desert of Sarteris.